So I was just looking through this book and it brought back a lot of nostalgia. This is the book I used to learn and get good at guitar. This is Enjoy Playing Guitar. Tutor Book 1 by Debbie Cracknell. It's like a classical guitar kind of book, and I was just looking through. And I remember my guitar teacher, my first ever guitar teacher, who taught me so much. I probably wouldn't be playing right now if it wasn't for him, but just looking at these notes and remembering the lessons from ages ago. So this book got me thinking. I'm on my 8th year of playing guitar now, and one of the things that people always ask me is how do you get your fingers to move like that, or I just don't understand how your fingers can do that. And I think it's probably to do with the style I learned, because the stuff I play isn't complex, and the stuff I show people isn't complex. I know lots of complex songs, but these simple songs still perplex them in some way. And it's because, and I figured out that it's because of my technique, like using all my fingers to play guitar. Something that people who first learned guitar playing using a pick, they wouldn't even know this kind of style, and they often struggle playing with their fingers. And that's why I think it's really important to learn straight away with your fingers. So that's why I'd recommend, if you're going to learn guitar, you have to get this book. This is the book that I'd say I built my foundations upon, and I became a good guitar. I became a pretty good guitarist. I'm not trying to like brag or probably sound pretty arrogant, but I became a decent guitarist, and I attribute it to this book, and of course my first guitar teacher, and yeah, my current guitar teachers that have helped me to progress as well. They've helped me a lot to progress in my new style, but this built my foundations. So I recommend you get this book, Enjoy Playing Guitar, Tutor Book 1 by Debbie Cracknell. It's a first steps in playing classical guitar, and it's the new edition. So that is the book I used. And one of the first lessons on that, one of the first things in the book is basically like, it shows you about the parts of the guitar, the tuning pegs, the neck. It labels all the basic stuff you need to know. It talks about hand positioning. It shows picture diagrams. And this is really good stuff. I follow, obviously my technique is not up to par with this book, but when I started out it was, and as I learned to play, obviously I got lazy, but I knew how to play, so I could kind of get lazy. I know, but yeah, when you know how to play you can kind of get a bit lazy with it, but if it works for you eventually, that's fine. But when you're starting out, build that good technique, and then once you build a good foundation, you can go off the rails a little bit. You don't have to like, yeah. Anyway, I'm yapping right now. One of the first things it talks about at the start of the book is the rest stroke. This is very important, right? So free stroke and rest stroke are the two types of movements your fingers are going to do. So I'll grab a guitar right now and show you that. Go. I've got my guitar right here. Probably can't see, but I'll bring it up close, and here, ready? This is what's known as a rest stroke. So see how I'm resting my finger on the string above? Like, I don't know if you can see that, but watch for it now. It rests on the string above it. Free stroke, when you're plucking the string, don't rest on the string above it, just in the air. Okay, hopefully you could see that, and you basically know like the difference between free stroke and rest stroke. So those are the first two techniques it shows you. It actually shows you free stroke a bit later, and all the songs at first it wants you to use rest stroke, which is that falling back onto that string above it. And that's what I did for ages. I used a lot of rest stroke, and it really built my fingerstyle technique to where it is today. And you may be surprised to know, if you're learning classical guitar right now, you may be surprised to know that I actually never use rest stroke. I can't even remember the last time I used rest stroke. Yeah, I don't play classical anymore. It's all acoustic fingerstyle, like Tommy Emmanuel, Andrew Foy on YouTube, a couple other guys like that. Just all that kind of like arranging, like pop style songs arranging. And of course I play a bit of like blues and rock on the electric as well, but yeah. So I would 100% recommend, if you want to build up some really good chops and you just want to be capable on the guitar, the last thing you want is not to be able to use your fingers while playing guitar. Like, the guitar is an instrument where you use your hands to play. Why would you not want to be able to use all of your fingers and be able to coordinate every finger while you're playing? If you're limited to just a pick, it's got to be the worst feeling ever, because you know you're capable. You know you're capable of so much more. You know you can play that fingerstyle riff that you heard, I don't know, Paul David's play on his YouTube channel, or one of those crazy guys, right? You know you can play that, but your fingers just won't do it because you haven't trained them yet, and because you've been using a pick all this time. So I would recommend, like, get this book, wherever I put it. I don't know. I chucked it. It's on my bed. And yeah, okay. Get this book. Enjoy playing guitar. Tutor Book 1. Learn from that. And yeah, just go with that. See how you go. If you get bored, go learn a song off YouTube. Like, you don't have to be stuck to this extreme practice routine, but make sure you're learning the techniques. Don't just learn a song on YouTube and forget about everything you've learned. Alright? So I would recommend, don't even learn songs off YouTube for the first few songs. Alright, listen to this. Okay, this is very important. Learn the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a second. Sorry, bro. I'm trying to... Alright, you really should learn up to where it says quiz 1, which is on page 27. But you probably don't have that kind of attention span, and you can't dedicate yourself to that much work, so you're probably going to go on YouTube and learn songs anyway. So if you can't do that, which I recommend you do, because it'll take you through incorporating each finger slowly, and it's the proper way to do it. It's how the book was designed. But anyway, you don't have the attention span because you're a clown. So just go to, like, I don't know, bro. Please just go to page 13 at least. Alright? 13. So that's only like 7 songs, 6 songs, alright? And they're tiny songs. Just learn them, please. just learn them. And then you can go and play whatever songs you want. Alright? So you don't have to be stuck to a super strict routine, but you still want to learn. Like, you don't want to jump into a YouTube video and then it ruins your form and technique. Like, just do a few, okay? Just do a few songs at least. And if you have a good attention span, you can do more. Obviously not doing this all within one day, because your brain probably can't handle that. But just building up, doing it every day, doing a couple songs every day, doing half a song if you're really struggling. But just do it. And yeah, and then after that, sure, go onto YouTube, learn some stuff. But incorporate these techniques, and then eventually, once you've gotten through the book, and even if you haven't gotten through the full book, I don't even think I finished this book. Actually, I did. Never mind. I finished this book, and I got on to the second book. But you don't need to go on to the second book. You'll be cracked by the end of this book. Yeah, bro, just get through the book. Like, if you want to get better at guitar, just try. Like, you can't be quitting all the time. You can't be quitting on yourself all the time, alright? If you want to get better, go through that book. Learn off YouTube, because that's how I did it anyway. Learn stuff you want to learn, but also learn the stuff you have to learn to get better. And yeah, that's all I'd say. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. Subscribe if this was helpful to you. If not, then don't subscribe. I don't care. Alright, catch you, bro.